tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome everyone to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a squad from the American, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Falcons will kick it away to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Navy's offense takes the field for the first time today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within.
There he goes! And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Now the toss. Gets it past the marker. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
That's an awesome-looking carry. And you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are three certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the rock.
Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff to the lone back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. They'll go to the fullback. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Navy will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So the Air Force Falcons offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of 5 guys up front acting as one. Tremendous job in pass pro.
The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground too.
There's no doubt. And they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
The give to the big fullback. Running into the open space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Johnson wants to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Falcons line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuffed.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Navy will have to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. No fair catches here, looking for room. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Johnson looking to throw. Creates a little space.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. And some room to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third down, he drops the throw. The sure hands, it's Roberson. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Makes it past the marker. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Johnson wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him. But the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
And the Falcons will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune. Turning it on! Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Boy, last year was a massive success for the Mids under Coach Brian Newberry. They won 10 games. The thrilling come-from-behind victory in the bowl against Oklahoma, and the future looks bright.
It does look bright, and it's Drew Cronic in this offense, man. It's so different. They show the spread principles while still keeping the beautiful wing team that everybody...
And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And the triple option sounds so great, right? I have so many options, but that quarterback has to read all of those things and read them really, really fast. You could tell he was trying to make a decision. He kept stringing them out, stringing them out. He couldn't get any yards on the play. Look for the quarterback to maybe pitch the ball or make some decisions a little faster in the future.
The give to the fullback. Finding an escape route. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Defense has been dominant. We reached the end of the third quarter. Nobody's been able to get on the board as we check out the stats. It's easy to think back to 2014, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, the last time we had a game go into overtime as a scoreless tie. Let's see if that's the way this one goes as we start the fourth. Powers through the defender. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Falcons in a good spot here with second and short. On the ground, it's Harris. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Falcons look to keep this drive humming. Johnson looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the big fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. They'll leave it with him. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll run the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Air Force. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Finds a man on the left. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move, trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Horvath. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That's caught, it's Chapman. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the 1st down yardage.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.